Oh, my rated in the building.
What's up, man?
Oh,
What's up,
Omalicha,
man?
1, 2, 3. Not just one.
I
One,
tell
2.
you.
We don't have another Omalicha. This is the only one.
The only male Omalicha.
The only.
Oh, they get female
course.
Omalicha.
Yes, you see most girls, those be like, oh,
Oh,
my
yeah,
Omalicha,
Yeah.
So,
But,
so-
you know, when you come to Atlanta, if you, for example, miss your way and you find yourself in Lenox Mall, just ask anybody you see there,
Omalicha.
I'm looking for Omalicha. We don't have another Omalicha.
There's only one.
Man, we are so happy to have you because we have scheduled to, talk with you several times, right?
Yeah.
But due to some circumstances,
Yeah.
you couldn't make it,
This is since September 4th. So I'm just looking at our message. September 4th.
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't in my
2020 what?
2024.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it wasn't on
They're from
purpose.
September.
No, I know.
It wasn't on purpose.
You
I'm not
are
gonna lie.
busy. You are one busy fellow
it
that
wasn't on
I know.
purpose. Yeah.
So I guess we were on set in Texas. or
Yeah,
something.
I was shooting in Texas in September, right?
Yeah.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah. So we're so happy to have you finally.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here too.
Yeah, very happy, man.
Yeah.
We can tell you how happy we are to have you.
Sure.
And this is gonna be an interesting segment because
I'm looking forward to it.
because you are one person. Me and my partner, we talked about you so much. You have so much rich thing to deliver, to tell the public, to educate, the public on, and that's very, very interesting. And that's why we invited you. You have been in the movie industry, in the film industry for a long time.
Of course.
Back home from Nigeria, down here, right? So, that's why we want you to, tell us your journey, your story. That's the most important thing, your story. The ups and downs, the pros and cons, the obstacles, the benefits, and stuff like that. So tell us, who is Rated one?
Oh, yeah. I'm a very jolly good fellow, father, husband, and I'm an actor, a producer,
Yeah,
and a business person.
good.
I've always loved entertainment.
Yeah.
It's the basics started from the church, I started to do dramas in church. I was in the choir, playing the drums, playing the piano.
Me back home in Nigeria?
Yeah, back home in Nigeria.
Oh, cool.
So I've always been in that line.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to act, I always wanted to do that. Yes, it was born in me. Like, every time I watch movies, I'm like, oh my God, what day will I ever be on this? So one day, I was just driving past. I was pretty young. I was just driving past somewhere. And I saw a group of people gathered in Benin. I grew up in Benin. I'm not from Edo State, but I grew up in Benin.
Where are you from?
I'm Delta Igbo.
Delta Igbo?
Yeah.
Precisely.
I'm from Kwale and Agbo.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
That's your brother,
But
man.
that confusion, I just want to clear that confusion.
That's your brother,
With
man.
this Delta Igbo stuff.
Yeah.
I'm Agbo.
Oh, for real? For
Yes,
real?
I'm Agbo.
Really?
I'm
My
from
mom
Agbo,
is
sir.
from Agbo. My mom is
I'm
from
from
Ekuku
Agbo, like
Agbo.
cast out.
My mom is from Ekuku Agbo.
Agbo.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when you
so
say- when you
I
say-
usually just say Delta Igbo because people get it confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand.
And
So
you
I
just
say
got
Delta
them more
Igbo.
confused
Oh,
by
of
saying
course.
Delta Igbo.
Yeah, but if you check it, it's actually Delta Igbo. Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway, let's go. We'll talk about that later. So I was driving past a place called Orokota Hall. That's where they do like entertainment in Benin.
Yeah.
And I see a group of people gathered. I'm like, what's going on there? And then I abandoned everything I was doing. I just went in there. I'm like, they said they're auditioning. I'm like, can I join? They say yes. I joined, and that was how. Immediately I joined. As I read my lines, the director was like, what have we been doing here? Give this guy the script. Can you film? I said yes. And that was how I got my first role. The next week, I saw myself on set. I was looking like a novice. Like, what do I do, Because I used to do stage plays. I never did filming on camera. So
Yeah. What year was that?
That was in 2005 or 6.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
Yeah. That was the very first time I appeared in the movie. And I did a film with, God rest his soul, Leo
You really
Mezier.
appeared in a movie.
Leo Mezier. Leo Mezier.
yeah.
And my friend Uche Elendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was playing her brother in that movie. It was a very good movie, shot in Benin.
Yeah.
The movie went really good, went really far, and that was it. So
What's the title?
Behind the Crown. Behind the Crown. My
Okay.
very first movie. Yeah, Behind the Crown. Yeah. And that was it. So I went back to school. Everybody in school already saw my Facebook. They were like, Omar, don't act. Omar, don't act. You know, it was a big deal, you know. So,
Celebrity.
yeah. So that was how I started.
Yeah.
People were telling me, bro, you can do this. That film, I don't know how the film came out so quick. You know, people saw me and they were like, bro, you got this. So I was fighting hard to get in the industry. I will come back to that part. You know, right now, it's easier to get in the industry. Back then, it was really hard. Trust me. Before you can get a good role in Nollywood, it was hard.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah. Then when the movie was in the hands of the marketers.
Yeah.
When you hear the Alaba International Market, yeah, you know, you hear those names. Those people, the Casvis, the Edu Casvis, the Magic Movies, those people had it on their hands.
Yeah.
They had it in the market. You know, I will come to that.
Yeah.
So I couldn't get into the industry. The only way I could get into the industry was...
Oh, even after acting a crown...
If you have to act in that first role, it was hard. Because trust me, we did that movie in a city that was excluded from cities that are really doing movies.
Yeah.
Back then, it was either in Lagos or in the east, Enugu,
Onitsha.
Asaba,
Okay.
Onitsha. Those were the cities that were doing movies. So if you needed to act, you had to be in those cities. You understand me? So, God so kind, people around me, they really wanted to invest in my passion.
Yeah.
So I got a couple of friends. We're like, well, let's do a film. We planned a movie and we got artists. So I called Uche Lendo. That was the only artist I knew. I called her, like, sis, have fun. I come to Benin, let's do a movie. I was living in Benin. Then we're like, okay, who are we going to call? We called Nonso Diobi.
Yeah.
Nonso Diobi, yeah. I said, then, you know, we called him and we did a nice movie.
Yeah.
I produced it,
Yeah.
and I acted in it, and it was so good. So
Novice producer.
yeah, that was how I started. You know, that was how I started. So while I was trying to sell the movie, I met this guy in Benin. He's an Igbo guy, a marketer. He's like, there's one guy in Enugu I will introduce you to. He's a director, Ifan Yogbona. You know, he will help you. You know, he called Ifan Yogbona. Ifan Yogbona told me, can you come to Enugu? I said yes, and that's how I got my first. What's it called? Double lead role. I won't call it a lead role.
Yeah.
I was playing under Van Vika.
Yeah.
Back then, Van Vika turned to DK. I got. It was just like back to back to back. I'm like, look at me, you know. So that was just my journey. That's how I started. I got in the industry and it ceased at some point because I had to go finish school.
Yeah.
I had to, you know, figure out my life as a young guy coming up. I had to travel out. I lived in South Africa before to go hustle, tried a lot of things, you know. But my passion was dragging me back to the movie industry. So I came back and they accepted me back because I already made a lot of friends, you know, but it was hard because you had to bend for these marketers.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't even know where to start from. They will use your car. They will use you. They will not pay. They won't pay you. Trust me. They don't pay you. They will use you. They will use you till they finish you. I'm telling you, most big artists you see right now, most big artists. I remember I was on a set. We were waiting for Mercy Johnson. The marketer came. When Mercy Johnson finally came, after 3 days, after keeping us on set for 3 days, when she came, people were like, Mercy, why you do like this now? She's like, this guy, because I not agree sleep with him, he give me old scripts. Do you understand that kind of things?
Yeah.
You know, these marketers, they were doing too much. They can call you, invite you, because you're a lady, they'll tell you, don't worry, I got you, I'll give you a script. You know, they'll give you maybe a film they have shot 3 months ago. They'll give you the script to go and be reading.
Yeah.
And then you'll be feeling like, I have a role. At the end of the day, sometimes they'll give you a script that they're about to shoot. You'll be feeling like, I have a role. Before you know it, you will hear that they are shooting the film.
To get this,
You know?
to get this clear.
Yeah.
To get this clear. Not to jump in, sorry.
Yeah, sure.
You were saying marketer, so let's get it. Marketer, producer,
So-
managers. Are the marketers the owner of the movie, the producers?
Yes,
and all
when you hear
together?
a marketer, he's
yeah.
the executive producer.
Okay, go on.
They are the ones that... I don't know if you used to hear those movie adverts in those days.
The Zebe, Giros and all that.
Yeah, those movie adverts. You hear being marketed by
Yes.
this is Alaba International Market, my two.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Pantu Road, Aba.
Yeah.
You know those people. Those were the people that bro, if you wanted to act, you have to bend to them. You have to be doing, hey, sir, you know. So it was really hard to get a role. Like if you wanted a good role, Waka Pass was easy. They don't care. They won't pay you. Come, okay, you want to act? Okay, play that role. Go buy something. Come back. That's your role.
Yeah.
You're done.
Yeah.
You just went to, and some people are happy. They'll be showing you, oh, now maybe that, now maybe we're black for that, in the film. But I didn't want that. That wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
I was fighting hard to get in. I bet there was nothing I didn't do. Sometimes they'll use my car to shoot. They will break my headlight. They'll break my car. I'll be like, sir, my car is broken. You'll be like, bro, that's the sacrifice, man. I had movies that I was picking bottled water. The producer came and told me, come on, drop it. It's not yet your time to drink bottled water. It's pure water you drink now. When it's time, you will start taking bottled water. You understand? Yeah, the industry was like that because the marketers, they held it bound. I don't want to mention names. If you see what they use these women to do, so women you see on TV and you smile. Back then, when they started, it was really hard. Trust me, because they were illiterates, most of them. So they had this thing in their hands, and if you come in with a vibe of, oh, I want to be famous, they know how to get you. They will use you. Okay, so until you know how to stand your ground, until people start accepting you, and then it was really hard. There was no YouTube. It was only in the market.
Yeah.
People had to buy your CD or rent your the video cassette.
Yeah.
That time to blow. That's how they will see you. So you had to star in a number of movies. Then they will know that they will start getting used to your face.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, this guy. That's how they now start knowing you. Now it's easy to blow.
Yeah.
Now it's easy. You see people come out before they do 1-2 movies. It's on YouTube. They post on Instagram. They post here. People are already like, oh, this guy, But then it was really hard. Trust me. So that's really a brief of my journey. And I'm glad that, talent, passion, and grace took me somewhere. I started to grow back to back. I started to gain relevance. Even when I'm in Benin, they will still call me. Where are you? Come, we're filming. The money wasn't really coming. But later on, I had people around me that will stand on their ground and say, hey, pay this guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm telling you the truth.
Is that how people get paid for walking?
It was back then. I'm telling you how it was back then. The big movies you used to know back then, probably only the 2 biggest artists were paid. I'm being honest with you.
Really?
Yes, I'm being honest with you. Back then, probably only the 2 biggest artists were paid. The other people, they had to do it to gain relevance. Until you gain relevance, you cannot earn.
So are you saying that it was more hard for the women back then?
Yes, it was harder for the women.
Because of...
Of course, it was harder for the women. Trust me. I don't want to start going into deep
don't
mentioning names and stuff. It was harder for the women, of course. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This is your house. This is your field. Your
Yeah.
Nollywood is your place.
Of course.
So aside your personal story, because I know you've already looked at it, you want to act, you've studied Nollywood and all that. Can you really see the progression before the marketers and now what it is in Nollywood?
Yeah, it has changed at some point in around 2014, 2015. Things started to turn around.
Nollywood came in full force, I guess, in 1990.
Yeah, Nollywood came in full force in 1990, 1991. The very first, there were movies, there were series, what was it called? Taste by Moonlight and all of that. They were all there. But the very first feature film was Living in Bondage.
Yeah.
And it was in Igbo, if you remember.
Yes.
It was in Igbo. It was subtitled. And that film sold like wildfire. Everybody wanted to watch it.
Yeah.
Then Taboo came out. Then Rattlesnake. All those movies started coming out, gradually. But back then, it was still in the hands of the marketers. Even as up till 2012, 2013, 2014, it was still in the hands of the marketers. It was when a few of us started to think like, there's something called YouTube, Because even then, even when you produce your film, it was hard to sell it because you are not a marketer.
Yeah.
So you have to go through the marketers. They will help you market your film, and then they will give you a percentage.
Yes.
Before you can actually make money. So it was really hard. So when YouTube came out, YouTube kind of paralyzed these marketers. They couldn't follow the trend. They could not. And apart from YouTube, cinemas came out. Cinemas started to be a big thing.
Yes.
In Lagos. God bless Kunle Afolayan. Several big names. They started to do big movies. The government started to invest. They started to do big movies. It started to come out in the cinemas. So people started diverting from only buying CDs, only buying movies from the market. People started to go to cinemas. People started to have small platforms. Iroko TV came out first. Iroko TV was the first person that paralyzed them. It came out. It had a platform that people could pay little money and watch movies.
Yes.
So Ibaka came out. Little platforms started to come out. Then people started putting films on YouTube and people were watching.
Yeah.
That's how it started. It started to grow. Till now, I can tell you, when was the last time you saw somebody buy a movie CD in the market?
No.
It doesn't work anymore.
That is obsolete.
It doesn't happen anymore.
Completely obsolete.
All the marketers, all of them, some of them are trying to blend right now into the new trend, So we thank God for that grace. It came out and it helped a lot of us.
Yes.
Yeah, so I would say, to answer your question, the difference between back then and now, it has evolved.
Yeah.
Okay? A lot has changed, But there's only one challenge that we still have right now. And that challenge is good stories. And I'm being honest, okay? I'm an actor, I'm a producer. I'll tell you in all honesty. Yeah, and also, I would say management filming, because people want to make money. So they have to micromanage. They have to do what you call low-budget movies. When you're trying to do low-budget movies, you're trying to act. Let's say you're filming a scene, you're filming a big man now. You now manage one small house. Yeah. Meanwhile, the story says this guy is a big man with cars. You're portraying someone as a big man, but the house is not really showing it because you don't have the finances to,
Exactly.
And a lot of people are scared to invest.
Yeah.
They are scared to invest because it's hard, man. It's hard. I won't lie to you. But right now, because people have gone out, people have come back, people have studied. Right now, you can put money in movies and you are sure of making your money. So it's just like that. Things have changed. Good stories, good pictures. You can't compare the pictures back then and now.
No,
you cannot. For real. So things have changed. A lot of young producers are out. A lot of young directors. And still a lot of not so good people. I'm being honest. Some people are just there just to do what?
Yeah, because when you say good stories, that, bring me to some of these, movies. Mm-hmm. There are no good stories.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So people have money in their mind. They are conscious of money. Mm-hmm. They are conscious of making so much money in movie. That's why they are making movie. Yeah. They're not making movie to give us good stories. So I buy what you say.
So those people are more conscious about the money.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different when you have passion. Passion has no logic.
Yes.
You understand? Mm-hmm. It's different when you are passionate about that thing you are doing.
Yes.
You want to get it right.
Yes.
It's not about, let's shoot it, and let's put it online.
Yeah,
you understand? It's two different things. You understand?
But those people are still making their money. Those people with
some good story. Some get lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Some get lucky. Some not so good stories still come out there and make it. Yeah. Even on Amazon. I'm telling you, on Amazon Prime, you see some kind of movies. I'm like, how did this movie make it here? I'm like, well, it happens. It happens all the time.
I get what you said about good stories, right?
Yeah.
Some people don't care so much about the story. Mm-hmm. What they are interested in is how much money they're going to make.
Right.
What they care about is, they want to be famous out there, know. Mm-hmm. So they just want to, they are conscious about, what they're going to grab from.
What they're going to grab
from that. So,
mm-hmm.
So I buy what you said.
Yeah. Back then, you see some mistakes. Sometimes it still happens now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It still happens. It's just, sometimes it's a DT mistake.
Yeah.
You see Boom Man holding boom like this in a film. Or sometimes you see continuity error.
Yeah.
You see somebody coming with black suit. He's going out, he's entering the car. The next thing, he's entering the car with blue suit.
Yeah.
Continuity error. It happens.
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah,
it happens. But I don't want to just be lashing out on Nollywood. I just have to tell you the history and how it was back then.
Yeah.
But Nollywood is a beautiful place to be.
Yeah.
Trust me. It's a joyful place to be. It is better. And trust me, everybody, I look at all my colleagues, like them, Nosa Rex, then Baba Rex. I look at all my friends that we grew up together, like coming in, if you come in through that struggle, through that stress of, trying to please this market, all of us that came in like that, if you can see us, we're all successful. It's hard to just come in. A lot of people came in just because they wanted to be famous. People have different reasons why they came.
Yeah.
If you don't have passion for it,
Yeah.
it will not happen. You can be famous, luckily, because you're a pretty girl, but after some time, you will drop. That's it. You must drop. Some people will say, it's God's grace. Grace does not come to who does not have talent.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So what year did you actually catch your break? In this movie industry.
In the movie industry, my first break ever came in 2013.
With what movie was that?
It was a movie with. I can't remember. What's the title of that movie? Yeah. It's been a lot. Yeah. It was with Iniedo, John Dumelo. That was actually my first break that I could walk on the street and people would be like, "Hey, this guy,"
Yeah.
That was I can't remember the title right now. Yeah. Raindrop.
Raindrop. Okay.
Raindrop. Yeah, Raindrop. That was the title. Iniedo, John Dumelo. We had this guy from Liberia, Frank Artus.
Yeah.
I had a major role in that movie too, and that was like my first break.
Yeah.
And then, guess what? I did another movie that was actually an Igbo movie,
Yeah.
but I played a guy who came from abroad to marry a girl, and that film was like, it sold like wildfire, bro.
Really?
Yeah, at that time, I couldn't walk in a place like Onitsha. I'm telling you the truth. It was like that. People were like, they were speaking, but I'm like, look at this guy. So that was it. And we started to grow gradually. And we gained like full recognition, and you can come out and people will be like, oh, look at this guy. It just happened that way. And trust me, it was hard work. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It was hard work. And it was passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stop talking about the passion. It was passion. We had passion for it. Because I'm telling you, we come out every morning. There's a place called Unique. We come out there. That's where the people gather, actors gather in Asabaden. We come out there to gather to look for scripts.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how it started. And then you see all these big actors. Back then, some of them didn't blow yet.
Yeah.
We're all coming together to hustle.
Yeah.
So at the time, before you know it, this one will pick up.
Yeah.
This one will pick up. They'll start paying this one like 500K.
Yeah.
The rest of us will be like, one day it will be our turn.
Yeah.
And then I start paying you like, it starts from like, most times, when you start gaining relevance, you will know. How you will know is, because these marketers, they go, when they come to their market, they have meeting. They'll be like, this guy don't try. They will talk within themselves. You will see. The next thing, when you will call money, you'll be like, this film, 200,000. They'll be like, no problem, I will pay you. You will know. Then you already know that, okay, I'm something. The value has increased. Then the next film, you tell the guy 300K. He will beg you till he will pay you that money. Then you know that's how you start increasing.
Yeah.
Till there's some people that at the time they had to strike because some actors went up to 1 million. They said they were not going to pay.
Yeah.
So because they are greedy. I can't stop talking about this market.
But how much money?
A lot of them are my friends, but unfortunately, they frustrated us.
Yeah.
For real.
So how long is a movie that they will be paying you 200,000?
Yes.
Yeah. So back then 200,000 was something.
For the duration of the movie, because sometimes we know some movies have been done for 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah. No, most there are some projects that extend up to that. Most of those projects, they're not shot more than 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Most of our movies back then were not shot. The most that were too long were like 3 months. Yeah.
For part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5.
Trust me, when you see part 1, part 2, part 3, it's editing work.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not how you say it. I can shoot a movie for 2 weeks, and I can do part 1 to 4 if I want.
So now the marketers, why you guys do movie like that is because they want to make more money or what?
Well, they were doing that
because 2 weeks is very short.
Yeah, it's not short. We're actually doing drama.
Yeah.
It's not really short.
Okay.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not really short. If you have a script of 65 scenes, there's no point spending a month to do it. we're doing basically drama. We're not really doing filming. We're not doing film.
Yeah, okay.
It's called drama.
Drama.
That's
yeah.
what we're doing.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah.
It's different. It's totally different. People don't
What's
understand.
the difference?
The difference is filmmaking. You're coming all out. Filmmaking is everything is black for black, white for white.
Okay.
You know, Mr. Okon steps out of his house. His phone drops. He steps into a Pathfinder Jeep. Drives, and everything is
Detailed.
Precept for precept.
Yeah.
As you're saying it's like that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Nollywood is we kind of try to micromanage. It's not like we're trying to. Most big movies, even the big movies you see, at most maybe 3 months. Because of crowd scenes, some movies there are sometimes you shoot a whole scene for 1 day because it has a lot of crowd.
Yeah.
Do you understand me? But if you are doing basic drama, like a home drama, a couple, husband and wife drama, there's no point staying there for that long. No.
What was how much highest money you were paid? Back home in Nigeria.
Back home in Nigeria, I end up more than 500K.
Okay.
Yeah, per movie. Yeah.
Yeah, per movie.
Yeah.
So, what do you have to say? The difference? Will I say Nollywood in America and Nollywood in Nigeria?
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
When I first moved here,
Yeah.
I found out that we were more respected here.
Okay.
Yeah, because fans who have been watching us, they wanted to see us because people were buying American rights. Then when they were selling CDs and DVDs, people were buying American rights. People would buy UK rights and Europe rights, to sell the CDs in stores. I know then when you go to African stores, you see some CDs and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They were buying those rights to sell those CDs. So people already knew us. Then YouTube came out. People were already watching Iroko TV and stuff. So when we came here, people were already, they respected us. Then you could go for an event or stuff, just an appearance. They'll pay you something like that you earn in 2 movies. People like, oh, okay. Yeah, compared to dollar to naira.
Yeah, go dollar to naira.
So you'd be like, okay, they respect us here. So we started to, when a lot of us came here, relocated, we started to do, movies here.
Short films.
Started to do short films and stuff. And we started to do stuff here. And it's getting better, Robert Peters is doing very well. Robert Peters is doing really good. Really, really good. I must say, because he's done a lot of big Netflix movies, and directing wise, he's done a lot of big jobs here in the States.
Because I think I was thinking, I don't know, I may be wrong, but I was thinking that doing movies here is more challenging for you guys. Than
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It's more challenging. If I shoot a film here, I will spend so much more than I will spend in Nigeria.
Yeah.
The money I will pay a DP here, 1 DP, I can use it to pay 3 in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Do you understand me? Yeah. The money I will pay a director here, I can use it to pay 3 directors. The money I used to shoot a movie here, I can shoot 3 in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because
of the exchange rate.
Exchange rate and everything.
Yeah.
And here, is their currency.
Yeah.
I can't force. They'll tell you, oh, I earn so this per day, or I earn so this per hour. I can't. Sometimes I have worked on a lot of them. Trust me, I broke that down. I'm like, yo, this is how we do it. Okay, we're Africans. We film like this. You understand me? We have to calm down a little bit on pricing.
Yeah.
So we can be able to make it. Yeah, I did a film I shot a movie. It's not out yet. That film was for the big screens. I'm trying to bring it out on Netflix. That film, I went all out. This guy told me, oh, my money is this. I said, no problem, I'll pay you. This one told me, my money is this. I said, no problem, I'll pay you. Because, but when I'm filming for YouTube, trust me, there's money on YouTube. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. There's money. Bro, people earn $100,000 a month on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. I'm telling you, pop, I'm playing facts. That's why you see
With
YouTube
the short films?
YouTube is a big thing now.
Is it with the short films, the drama movies?
Yeah. The movies you see on YouTube, the 1 hour movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, those movies that are doing the 1 million views, the 2 million views, trust me, they're making a lot of money. I'm being honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all about I don't know if you know what it's called, RPM.
Yeah.
RPM is the deal. Once your RPM is up there, you're good, trust me. And you need to know how to work on your channel to get that high RPM.
Yeah.
Your CPM and your RPM is what you work on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what advertisers pay. once you get it right, you make. People are making so much money on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely, we know.
Telling you, that's why you see everybody is filming on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you go on YouTube now, type Nollywood movies, you will see 1 million right now. Right now, I tell you.
Yeah.
Everybody is doing well. It's encouraging, but there's still some people that are overdoing it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's right now is oversaturated. I remember when we started, we were very few. We could count on 2 fingers or 1 finger, that we're really producing for YouTube. But right now, bro, everybody's every actor is filming on YouTube. Every actor wants to produce their movie on YouTube because they know how much they make. So, but it's good. It's good. Nollywood is really evolving.
Every actor wants to film. Everybody wants to. Let's go back to the regulation in Nollywood. Is there really a regulation right from the days of the marketers, where the marketers were holding the strings, and up to now? What is the regulation?
Yeah, back then when the marketers...
Because you were talking of writing a good movie. And all that. How do they checkmate all this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But you come under Nollywood, so you need to follow Nollywood regulation.
Yeah, back then, Actors Guild of Nigeria wasn't really strong. Yeah, it wasn't really strong. It is now, I think from about 2010, decided to come up strong. AGN. The president started to, focus more on people who were not registered on AGN. You could see them come to tax force to come to set. If you don't have your AGN card, as a director, you have to have your DGN card.
Yeah.
The Directors Guild of Nigeria. You have to be registered, because then anybody will just come out and say I'm a director. How? Because you can say action.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you a director. So people came out. Tax force started and they started to checkmate writers. They started to checkmate producers and all those things. Yeah. So it's really strong now. AGN is very strong now. Trust me. To be on, you can't. Right now, I can't produce a movie if I'm not on the Producers Guild, and I can't act a movie if I'm not on the Actors Guild.
Even when you just trade there on YouTube, produce it in your house, right? And trade it on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, they can't really stop much.
Yeah.
They can't really stop much, because YouTube is a free world.
Yeah, it's a free world.
We can just do hey and put it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true.
It's nobody's business,
You call it in Hollywood.
Yeah, but well, people still do rubbish, but the majority of the movies right now are good. Trust me. Majority of the movies, I would say 80%. Nollywood has changed. It has really changed. I know I lashed on Nollywood a lot. I'm part of it, but it has really changed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good movies. People are making so much money on movies. People are earning. Now you can do a movie and get paid, and you can sustain your family.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Right now.
For real. Right now,
yeah.
They can call me for a production. They will pay me, and I will be happy that, I went for that production. Do you understand me? That's it. Yeah. So it has changed.
Yeah, that's why actors back then, in the 90s, like when we had that Taboo, Living in Bondage, movies like that, those actors, they suffered like...
Thank you. You see a lot of them, they get sick, they can't even... You'll be like, this
yes.
this guy, he can't even... Bro, how much was he paid? Come on. How much was he paid? Then, how much? Do you know how much to produce a movie back then? Let me not even go into that.
Yeah.
So you're not telling me how much to pay one actor? No, come on. It was people like Nkem Owo or Sophia.
Yes,
Mr. Ibu. Those people started to hold ground. They will tell you, bro, give me 1 million or I won't act. The likes of Mercy Johnson, Ramsuno, everybody started.
Patience Ozoko.
Patience Ozoko. They broke that jinx of, come on, pay me. I deserve it. But back then, people were doing this thing with passion. See, Nollywood back then was more of the passion. I'm telling you the truth. It wasn't more of the money. Yeah. All these people you saw, they had their jobs, but they wanted to act too.
Yeah.
All these elders you see,
yeah,
they'll call them, what day are you free? They'll come and act. If I tell you how much they pay some of those elders, you'll be shocked.
Please, give me just a tip.
I'm telling you, some of those elders were earning as little as 30,000 naira.
Really?
Yes.
Movie.
Because they played one scene in the Igwe Palace.
Yeah.
Or 2 scenes. They give them 30K. They will go, they're happy. They come and do that. But then they are filming. Unknown to them, their face is getting popular. But they are just coming to do it for fun. And they're earning that little money and they go home. You understand? Then when they get popular, it's now dawned on them that, oh my God, I'm popular now. And then when they start to ask for a higher pay, they drop them.
Yeah.
They drop them, and they will look for the next guy that wants to act. That's why you keep seeing different people. They look for the next guy that is struggling to fit in that role.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what these people do. They look for the next guy that wants to fit in that role. They'll give that person that same amount. They don't want you to grow. That's why when movies left the marketer's hands, it became better. Because people came out and I'm like, no, sir, I can't give you 30,000 now. For what? I can't give you for what? I'll give you what you deserve. That's how it started. It changed. I'm telling you, it changed. Some of those people, they started earning. People stopped their private jobs and were acting fully because they could now make money from it. Yes, they could now make money from it. But back then, the big names, some names if I tell you, you'll be shocked. Bro, come on. We're there live.
Do you know, I used to have this notion and this understanding that if you are famous in Nigeria and you move to, Western world, especially the people that move to America, it kind of deflected, their fame, like they are not that popular anymore, because when you move places like America, you have bills to pay, you have things to take care of your family and everything, so you are kind of distracted and you don't have that freedom that you used to have back home to act and to do other things.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, yes. I will answer that. Some people who relocated to America, some relocated probably out of frustration.
Yeah.
Some moved based on they wanted to change environment. So it's two different things. Now, if you moved here because you're trying to better your life, it might take you a while to stand on your feet and then start to follow your passion again.
Exactly.
Because it's totally different here. And before you know it, if your face is not out there, start to drop. It happens.
So
That's what happens. So time. But if you are big, you are big. Yeah. Trust me. Any day Ramsey Noah hasn't acted for a while. Any day Ramsey Noah comes out and acts right now, people will watch it. And if Ramsey Noah comes to a set, if you want to pay him, you pay him block. The likes of Genevieve. There are people who have stood their ground and tell you, this is how much I pay. If you call Genevieve right now, I promise you, the money she'll tell you'll be shocked. Because Genevieve is still our Angelina Jolie till now. She has capped that niche for herself. There are people like that. So even if you relocated, there are a lot of big names that that are living in America. Big names. Claron Chukura, she lives in Houston. Any day she comes out, she still has that recognition. So it's just about individual. It's about how you put yourself. You understand? Yeah. And when you come here, you can walk. But still follow your passion. When I came here, I went to New York film school.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived in New York before. I wanted to develop more because their style of filming here was different. So I knew that before I could mingle with them here, I had to learn their style of filming here first. You understand me? So I went to New York School of Film Academy. Then I met people. That's how I met a few DPs and directors that I met. And I couldn't stop pursuing my dreams. Bro, I can't stop, man.
Yeah.
I can't stop, man. It's different from people. People have, like I say, people moved, people ran, people jackpot. Bro, it's hard in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Trust me. Even with the 1 million they're paying you, it's still hard. Nigeria is hard, bro. Yeah, it's not as easy as we see it in Nigeria. I know some actors that are really finding it hard. So people be like, this guy is popular, he has money. It's not like, even musicians, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Even the music industry, people that have blown, you see them, they really don't have anything. You'll be like, how did it happen? Yeah, maybe in your fame, you squandered money, you did this, you did that. Yeah, but at the time, you get frustrated, maybe you now run abroad. Then you now start, someone will be like, hey, that actor, they drive Uber. No. I heard a lot of, that actor, they drive Uber. This one, they do this one. That actor is, I heard one Yoruba actor, they say, I saw him on this tabloid, he's doing security. Come on, that guy was big. That particular guy, he was big. I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, they say he was doing security. Security is not a bad job, but he was a big thing on Insta blog, back then. And I felt sorry for him. And he came online and he was talking, lamenting, how the Yoruba industry treated him. So everybody has their reasons for, coming. Some people got frustrated and decided to stop acting. So. It's just different.
Why is it that most of the Nollywood actors who move to United States find it difficult to incorporate their talent into Hollywood?
Yeah, even the people in Hollywood right now, it's hard for them. Because of you. Because of you. I remember I went for Blacklist. Anybody watch Blacklist?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went for the audition. 3 times when I came to the
They
state.
have like 2 Dembe. Okay, Dembe is
Dembe is African.
Yeah.
There's one of the last
Nigerian.
one of the years. There's one Nigerian guy. We were both on the audition. They picked him because of his height.
Yeah.
They picked that guy because of his height. They wanted somebody taller.
Yeah.
You understand me? It is hard, bro. People don't know you. People think it's easy to get roles. It's not as easy as you think. It's hard to. Why? Do you know how many actors, American actors, are here that want to blow, that want to get that thing you're looking for? It's hard. It's harder for them because there's a lot of shit going on in the back end of movie productions.
Yeah.
Trust me, there's a lot of things you need to bend. You need to do the agege stuff. You need to do a lot of things.
I love
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's not how you see it, bro. It's not how you see it.
Yeah.
When people start coming out to say things, you watch Power, right? You saw the other guy who is coming out now he's a cross-dresser. All of a sudden, people change. People change. See Justin Bieber, as big as he is, he's depressed. Because one day he's going to come out and talk.
Yeah.
He has a lot to say. Do you understand? There's a lot going on in the industry that people don't know. Look at this guy that did Black Diamond. This black guy, I've forgotten his name. He came out and said how much he was paid and how they were treating him.
Poor.
He's poor.
Yeah.
So this thing is happening everywhere. It's not only in Nigeria. Everywhere. They treat you lesser until you bend to what they want you to do. Trust me. So it's hard. Sometimes you have grace. Some certain grace with your talent will take you there. Do you understand me? Yeah, but you need to walk your way into Hollywood.
Yeah.
You need to walk your way. You can try. Put your film out there. It will just peak. Do you understand me? Look at these guys that did Money Heist. When they shot Money Heist, it was just a cut and nail. Let me say cut and nail film.
Yes.
Did you hear that story?
Yeah.
Someone on Netflix, one of the producers were like, this story is big. Let's develop it. They invested huge millions of dollars into that movie. All those guys now, those Spanish guys, they're all big.
They're all big.
That's grace.
Yes.
Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so some certain grace can take you further.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to walk your way, it is hard. Trust me. Oh my God. I know how many of us have tried.
But it's not impossible.
It's not impossible. I will get there. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
I'm already on the way.
Because sometimes I think it's all about your mindset.
I have things that are already coming.
Exactly.
You understand?
I like that.
I've been doing meetings with people. I meet people a lot. Different people. Different. If I meet you, I want to know what connection you have.
Yes.
I want to know the next connection you have. I want to know the next connection you have. So I meet people. Many of these Hollywood actors, I wine and dine with them. I'm telling you. Many of them, because I see a lot of them because of the places I go to.
Yes.
I see a lot of them. So, but at the end of the day, I discovered that even as big actresses or big actors, they can't really help you.
You can't really
But they
help
can't
you.
see more than
Yeah,
their nose.
they can't really help you.
They're just
They
there.
can't really help you. They can't really, say, bring you guy, come, put this guy. No, it doesn't work that way in Hollywood. Nah, it doesn't work. You need to, sometimes, you need to go through the soaps, the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to go through that channel and then watch the series. Most of the people you see in the soaps and the series movies, they're not really featured in feature movies. They're just on that particular. You can see only one person will do maybe Power, and that's the last you hear from him.
Yeah.
You can see one person will do
That's true.
Blacklist, and that's the last you hear from him.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Just watch it. It is hard to be Denzel Washington. It is hard to be Jason Statham. It's not that easy, bro.
No. One good thing is it's not easy.
Yeah.
Acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Of course.
It's not impossible.
Yeah, you just have to keep doing what you're doing.
The good thing is they have recognized Nollywood. Here, they recognize Nollywood, they recognize Bollywood. When you say Nollywood, they'll be like, oh, wow, you guys are big. That's exactly where you were coming to. They think we film like them.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be like, you guys are big. You guys film all the time. How do you guys do it?
Because I'm wondering when you say 2 weeks for a movie, 2 days for a movie.
No, even here too. Even in America, there are some big movies you have seen on Netflix that was shot in a month, bro. You don't need to shoot in 1 year to produce a movie. You don't have to. There's some very nice movies you can film in 1 month. Yeah.
Very short film.
Yeah, it
like,
doesn't
very
even
short.
have to be short film. It could just be a feature film. It could be a film of an hour. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, that's
short.
true.
It doesn't have to be short. A good family story. Why are you spending 1 year to shoot it?
Yeah.
That's extravagancy. Yeah, but if it has a lot of back end production,
Yeah.
you see some movies, some science fiction movies, the 80% or I would even say 90% of the production are done in the back end studio. Where like if a movie like King Kong,
Yeah.
for example, 80% of that film was shot. If you watch the making, it was shot in a big room like this in the studio.
Yeah.
But when you watch it, you think they're in the desert.
Yeah.
Those productions are, or those movies, those what are they called? Dinosaur movies. Do you know how long it takes to do all of that? Those are the movies that you tell me, oh, 1 year, 2 years, I'll hear you. You know, or those epic movies. You know, like The Patriot. Those movies you see war, people fighting. Those movies take a long time to shoot and a long time to edit. If you tell me post-production, I'll tell you. If you're adding post-production to everything, I'll say, okay, because studio time to edit, to work on it, you know, it takes processes.
Yeah.
You know, so here is different. It's different.
So you say you did you went to New York Film School.
Yeah.
And so I was asking, you just shoot a movie and you tag it Nollywood, or how do you do a movie here you say Nollywood, or you do a movie here you say Hollywood? How do
for here, you have to go. There's a channel they have here too.
Okay.
Same way we have Nollywood, they have their own ways. I can't just shoot a film and say it's Hollywood.
Okay.
No, I can't just do that. First of all, your story,
Yeah. Your story.
your actors. You understand me? The people involved and where the place it is going to. You understand? Your screen it is going to. So when you want to do a film for Hollywood right now, it's a whole different channel. You have to register the movie first.
Yes.
It has to be registered. Once your script is out, you have to go register the script. You have to register the film. It will be on I've forgotten the name. It will be on so this film is going to be filmed. You understand me?
Yeah.
So that in case that film comes out and it does well, it can go to billboards. It can come out, you know, it has to be registered. It has to go through a channel. You know, I'm registered in Hollywood. Because for me to start doing auditions, I had to go through that channel. I had to get registered too. Yeah. So it's two different lanes. Trust me.
Yeah, that's why when you go to places like castingnetwork.com,
Exactly.
yeah, they ask you Saj or something like that.
Exactly.
Or
You have to have those things.
Yeah, you have to have those things.
Yes. So
Yeah.
it's different. It's different.
So what's your greatest challenge in all of this your journey?
in America.
In America, yeah, in America,
From
particularly.
Nigeria,
From Nigeria?
From Nigeria, then in America.
For Nigeria, I would say my greatest challenge was coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, we were used. It was hard.
Yeah.
Trust me, every big name you know right now, we were used. You know, at the time, we were getting, will I say jealous? Because we were there and they started bringing people from Ghana. They bring Van Vika. We're here. They bring John Dumelo. We're here. They bring, what's his name? Magic Michael. We are here, you know. They started to mix up, you know. So coming up was challenging and it was hard for you to gain recognition, you know. So at once we got that niche, it became better. Trust me. And I think a lot of us started to travel and started to learn, you know. We started to correct a lot of things. That's how it started.
Yeah.
And trust me, back then, it was affecting us. Because when you're trying to make it better, they see you as a bad person. Come on, that's so they shoot them. No. This that's so you'll be like, no, this is not how it's done. Let's do it properly. And before you know it, movies started becoming better. Back then, movies were not that good though. Trust me, but we're not really exposed to know. Mm-hmm. If you watch old movies, then when you see the camera angle, you'll be like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, back then, it was just that they had beautiful stories then.
Yeah.
But now, some stories are being repeated. It takes geniuses to bring out a story and you watch it. See, Omone Bole just did a film that did so good. The film has over 15 million views right now. Do you understand? The story was, people could not get over that story.
Netflix or YouTube?
On YouTube.
Okay.
People could not get over that story. Do you understand me? Mm-hmm. So sometimes your story can stand out. Okay. And you know,
Yeah.
it goes viral.
Okay. What about your challenges here?
My challenges here is you know, getting the right connections. You know, we came together, we spent a whole lot of money to do a movie. We are still finding the right connection to take it to where we want to. Do you understand me?
So,
yeah, we're even looking towards it going to all the cinemas, you know,
Yeah.
coming out in the box office, you know, stuff like that. We're trying to aim higher, but it's hard, bro.
Is it hard in terms of connection or money?
It's hard in terms of connection. It's hard in terms of money.
Yeah.
You know, so now we started to attend festivals. When you attend festivals, most of these festivals, people come from different places all over the world. You know, you play snippets of your movies, so that if someone might get interested, Universal Studios come there, different people come there. If someone might get interested in that story, they'll be like, "Oh, I want to develop your story." That's how it starts, you know, and it goes there. But you know, we won't stop.
If they don't, you know,
just keep pushing.
yeah,
keep
if they don't
pushing,
invite
bro.
you to the table, you build your own table. That's what you're doing
Yeah,
right
we
now.
build our own table,
Yeah,
man.
that's the only way
Of
out.
course, of
Man,
course.
we're so happy to have you, man. Thank you for the insight.
Appreciate.
Thank
man.
you for
Appreciate, man.
the knowledge. You know,
Yeah.
now I understand better.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. People need to understand from the back end, because you just look and be like, "Oh, I hear a lot of things." I'm
Yeah.
like, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah. More,
But trust me, I don't mean to. It's my field. I don't mean to trash my field.
yeah.
It's a beautiful place. It's a great place. People have made life out of this. People have made a living out of this, and people are doing better.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's doing better.
yeah.
It's doing better. We all know our country.
We only get better.
We like to dodge things. We like to
Jump
go through the
steps.
bent corner. We like to jump. Exactly.
We only get better. We
Yeah,
only
of
get
course,
better.
of
Yeah.
course,
Man,
of
thank
course.
you so much. We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
We appreciate you. Next time, because we're gonna have another segment. This is just the first segment.
Sure.
But we will let you know when we're ready for you again, because man, you are tremendous, man. You are phenomenal. Thank you for the knowledge. You know, we
Sure,
appreciate
sure.
you, bro. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Oma Nation Pictures TV, and you can find me on all platforms at Omalicha55, OMALICHA 55. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. Omalicha55.
That's
Yeah.
unmerited.
Yeah. Thank you, bro, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate
sure.
you.
Then your shot. Go and tune into the Blue Basement on all platforms: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. The Blue Basement. They got mad podcasts coming, man.
Yeah.
Don't want to miss it. Everybody, go watch it. Go watch it.